Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about crypto copy trading. Is copy trading profitable? I'm going to share with you what my results have been over the past 2 months. This is going to be totally transparent. I'm going to show you everything. I started out losing money. Now I'm making money. I'm going to show you my very best trader a little bit later in this video. This trader is turning incredible profits while taking on very little risk. We're going to look at his 6-month track record. I'll be showing you that, like I said, a little bit later in the video. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this video is not sponsored content. BingX is not sponsoring this video. I promise you, as a viewer of my channel, I will always disclose to you if content is sponsored. I don't have a problem with sponsored content, but I do believe that as YouTubers, we should always disclose when our content is being sponsored. Now, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hopefully you'll go ahead and subscribe, smash that like button, click that bell notification icon, and click all. And if for any reason you're not subscribed and you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Well, hopefully I'll be able to earn your subscription by the end of this video. All right, so I've been talking about copy trading for a little while now. I've been running these experiments. I think I've only actually put one specific video up about it so far. I do have an email newsletter, an email list where I basically have been giving more up-to-date. I promised them I would always give out like a monthly update on where I'm at, the traders that I'm using, what my results are, how much money I've made, how much money I've lost, just kind of a more real time for those of you that are actually interested in that. However, today I want to do a video and just kind of give a synopsis, if you will, or a recap of what my journey's been like for the past 2.5 months. And initially, I got to tell you, this was my original plan right here. My original plan was to pick out some traders. Each of these boxes are traders. And the size of the box sort of corresponds to the size of the initial investment. Put a small investment to some high risk traders, high risk, really risky. And then every week, basically pull profits out and take those profits and dump them into more moderate risk traders and build up, 2 or 3 or 4 more moderate risk traders. And when I say moderate risk, I consider moderate risk to be about the lowest risk you could get when you're copy trading, because not only are they investing in cryptocurrency, which is already a very, volatile asset class, but at the same time, they're using leverage when they're investing in cryptocurrency, and that just adds to the profit potential, but it also adds to the risk, of something bad happening. And I did have some bad things happen. And the lesson I learned is I was focusing on the wrong metric. See, copy trading success comes down to being able to find and choose to follow good traders. Now, if you don't understand what copy trading is, it's literally where you copy someone else's trading. So they're trading in their own account, and then every trade they make, when they use 5% of their account or 10% of their account and you're copying them, then you're going to use 5% or 10% of your account in the same trade. So if they have $3,000 and you have $30,000 and they use 10% of their account, they're going to have $300 in a trade. Well, that would mean that your $30,000 account has $3,000 in the trade, or vice versa. They may have a $100,000 account. And some of these guys have big accounts they're trading with. And I'm going to show you in a moment that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But, they can have a huge account. They can have, $10,000 in their account. You can have $500 in your account. Well, if they take a trade and they're using 10% of 10,000, that's $1,000 that they're going to have in that trade. If you have $500, then you're going to have $50 in that trade. So it literally, on a percentage basis, it mimics their account with the goal of mimicking the total return if they're successful. But if they lose, then you're going to lose as well. And my first risky traders, all 3 of them blew up their accounts. I'm not kidding, early on. And I got frustrated and I thought, what in the world? In fact, I'll show you right here, full transparency. Boom. Notice 2 days apart. And I mean, I don't even think I was trading with them for more than a week or two, and they just blew up. And this was around all the FTX drama that was going on. I had about $3,200 and another like more moderate trader. We'll show you that trader here in a moment. And he's done really, really well. But I had these smaller amounts. And this trader I thought was pretty good. But I was looking at some of the wrong metrics. Let me show you what I was doing. I was coming here and I was really putting too much emphasis on the total ROI. And I mean that was part of the mistake that I made. And the other thing is I would come down here and I would filter, and I would filter by, oh, there you go, like say profits, $1,000 in profits. They got at least $1,000 of their own money they're trading with. Click confirm. And I would find somebody, this guy, just look at this, 552%. Well, let's go check that out. Well, the first thing you can look at here, by the way, he's got $30,000 of his own money in there, made 552% in the past month. So it's easy to think like, how, man, if he does that again, that's going to be $150,000. But take a look at this. He's had 100% loss at some point. So he's blew up his entire account at some point. And this is his risk profile, risk assessment. So he doesn't even have a 1. 1 is the lowest number you can have. A 2 means you're twice as likely to blow up your account as someone who's taken on a 1. These are weekly bars. This is how much risk he's taken on. So this would be someone that you wouldn't want to follow. But in the beginning, I could have fell for somebody like this. So I readjusted my entire strategy, by the way, just to show you this. After, I saw these guys blow up, I thought, okay, wait a minute. I need to adjust this. And basically, I kind of flipped this around, and I flipped the cash flow of the profits. And I also adjusted the level of risk for these 3 here. Let me show you what that looks like. So now I started putting in some rules in place. And I wanted my foundational traders to have moderate risk, low max loss, obviously not 100%. I wanted them to have at least a full 6-month track record on the platform, and 300 plus days if possible, as many days as possible, but at least 180 days. But I like to see people with 200 days, 300 days. There's people with 500, 600 days on the platform, which means over a year they've done really, really well. If you've done well this past year with all this volatility, you're a pretty good trader. If all your other metrics look good and your profit line looks good. And then I adjusted. Instead of high risk, I was looking for more of the moderate risk traders on the platform, and maybe they just had a short track record. Maybe they had a good couple of months, but they haven't been trading for 6 months yet, or they had 4 months. They haven't been trading for a full 6 months yet. And then what I started doing was instead of bringing fresh capital in here to the riskier traders, I decided to focus on bringing my capital and building up my position in my moderate traders, with the goal of having 3 or 4 moderate traders with like $5,000 in each one of them, producing 5 to 10% returns if possible, even 2 to 4% returns if possible, some of them, and being able to take those funds and take part of that and use those funds, those more stable returns, more safe returns, if you will, and take some of those funds, pull some out in profit, but at the same time put some back into traders to test out who might, everything looks good. They don't look like they're taking on too much risk. They just have a short track record. Some of those traders could potentially become more foundational traders, is what I like to call it. The foundational traders are the ones that your total returns are built off of. So let me show you an example. This is probably my best trader right here, this guy. Holy smokes. So if you look at him, it's like, okay, he's only got $3,000 in his account. 8% return, that's not 500%. But look at this, 180 days, 86% return, 90 days. Every period has been profitable. 30 days, that's really good to see. The past 7 days, he's at 2%. Not bad. That's right on track for 8% for the month. Here's his profit line. Take a look at this, 180 days. That's a pretty solid line, not too jagged. Jagged's okay sometimes, but you want to come look at this. Notice he's not had one losing week. Not one losing week at all. So that's pretty incredible. Here's another thing. Average loss is 19%. So a lot of times when you see someone that has a high win rate, what you'll end up seeing is they'll have the average loss will be very big. Like it can be like 50% average loss, 80% average loss. And then the average profit will be like 5%. But in this case, I mean, they're pretty close even. So the losses are a little bit steeper, but it still ends up having a 98% win rate, which is kind of crazy to have a 98% win rate. Look at this. Been trading for 261 days on the platform. Here's the best part. Max loss. Biggest single loss in a day, 6.29%. Biggest week is 21%, which I don't understand that. By the way, I will tell you, this number seems to change. I've never seen it. It's like 21. I've seen it 12, and I've seen it where it was dashes like this. But I actually think there's some sort of glitch because, as you can see here, he's never had a losing week. And since I've been trading with him, he hasn't had a losing week. And this is his risk profile, by the way. So even if he has had 21% down in value, he hasn't closed it as a losing trade. But look, 1% risk profile of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. This is so far a phenomenal trader. So I'm loving this guy, and this is perfect. By the way, I'll put a link in the description. That will bring you straight to this page if you want to look at him. I mean, you can come here, you can look at the trade history, you can look at his current positions, you can look at absolutely everything. It's pretty awesome. The only thing I don't like about this is it only goes to 6 months. I wish it at least gave us a year to 18 months. I wish I could see, full year. I could see this full 261 days. But I think when you consider the fact that he's been trading during the FTX debacle, during the banking crisis debacle, during the SEC suing all sorts of crypto companies, and this is what his profit line looks like, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm almost got $5,000 in here on this particular trader. But if you want to continue to follow my journey, by the way, go down in the description. You can subscribe. Any traders that I'm testing, I talk about that as well. So you can follow my entire journey and you can see, can I actually reach that goal of $5,000 per month copy trading? I think I can. I don't know. You can go down in the description, subscribe, just put in your name, your email, click submit, and I'll see you on the inside. Ladies and gentlemen, cryptocurrency equals freedom. Decentralized cryptocurrency guarantees freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out. I realized I showed you the traders I was losing money on, but I didn't show you exactly what my earnings are so far with this Chinese guy. So as you can see here, trade history, of course, you can see all the trades that he's made, but you can take a look right here. I've got $4,572 total, of which I've deposited. Now, in one lump sum, I think I did about $3,200. So I've been adding a little bit periodically. So I'm up to $3,983. In that same time period, I made $689. Even with all the volatility today, he's only down $2 on a $4,500 account. That's pretty freaking good. Let's do some math here very quickly. So if we have 689.53 divided by 3983.09, this is the return I've gotten in the past 2 months. So 17%, 17.3% so far. So you're looking, right at a little over 8% per month for me personally. This is my funds right here. So now going forward, what I'll be doing as I continue to build this up, and I'm going to get him to about $5,000. What I will then do is take those profits and start building out another foundational trader. And if I do anything, I'll take a small portion of these profits, maybe $100 or whatever, and I'll be testing out some other traders. I actually have 2 tests running now, and I'll be sharing that later this month to my subscribers of the newsletter. So thank you so much for watching. I felt like I needed to be transparent and show you exactly what I had earned. I showed you my losses. I felt like I need to at least show you what I was earning right now. All right, thank you so much for watching. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out for real this time.